Hello, boys and girls. Today's reading topic, as you can see behind me, I have a good friend of mine joining me. We have Miss Annie and Moby to join us to learn the reading skill of main idea.
You wrote a paragraph? Roller coasters move in different ways. They can loop upside down. Some twist and turn on the tracks. Others rise high in the sky and then drop suddenly. No matter how roller coasters move, I love feeling the wind through my hair. Moby, you don't have any hair. But this is an awesome paragraph. Your main idea comes through loud and clear. What is a main idea? The main idea is the point of a piece of writing. It can be a big idea the writer wants to get across. The main idea of your paragraph is that roller coasters move in different ways. The topic sentence tells the main idea and lets you know what the rest of the paragraph will be about. Let's see. Your topic sentence is, roller coasters move in different ways. But there are other sentences here that help explain the main idea. Why are supporting details important? I know that a detail is a piece of information. And when you support something, you hold it up. Your paragraph has 3 supporting details that describe how roller coasters move. Roller coasters can loop upside down. Some twist and turn on the tracks. Others rise high in the sky and then drop suddenly. It's easy to find the main idea in one paragraph, but books can have a lot of paragraphs. How do you find the main idea in a nonfiction book? I know that a book can have one big main idea, and each chapter has a main idea that supports the big idea of the book. And those chapters have paragraphs with main ideas that support the chapter. I think the main idea of this whole book is that making roller coasters takes a lot of science and planning, and there are a lot of details to support that. But that's nonfiction. So, how do you find the main idea in a story? This is a great story. The main idea? Not sure. But I can find out by looking for clues in the story. In the story, a girl goes on her first roller coaster. She has butterflies in her stomach and wishes she had never gotten in line. But her big sister promises to hold her tightly. And she winds up having a lot of fun and doesn't even need to hold her big sister's hand. I can look at the supporting details to figure out the main idea. The girl was nervous, wanted to leave, and her sister helped her. Right, Moby. The main idea is the girl gets over her fear with a little help. I bet she loved feeling the wind through her hair. But you still don't have hair, Moby.
Okay, so once again, another lovely lesson with the help of our friends, Moby and Annie. So again, this lesson is all about main idea. Now, main idea is what this story is mostly about. So Annie said sometimes you can find the main idea looking at the title of a fiction book. Looking at the title, looking at the pictures can give you big clues to tell you what the book is mostly about. Nonfiction books, real books, are a little bit harder because there are multiple chapters in the book. So each chapter might have a different main idea. So I grabbed some books from my library to give some examples. So let's start with our nonfiction book, our real book. So I grabbed my favorite animal, polar bears. Of course, we know the topic is going to be all about polar bears. This book is all about polar bears, but this is a nonfiction book. That means there is going to be a table of contents. And in the table of contents, there are a bunch of chapters. Each chapter is going to have a different main idea. For example, this chapter is going to be, the main idea is going to be about how strong their paws are. This chapter is going to be the main idea about how they're really good swimmers. So nonfiction books are a little bit different because they're broken up into chapters, and each chapter has a different main idea. In fiction books, the most of the stories we read are fake books. There's going to be one main idea because there's one main story. Now, like I said, sometimes you can tell the main idea looking at the title of the book. For example, this book is called Taking Turns, and I see a picture of two boys taking turns on a swing. I can easily say the main idea of this book is how to take turns with your friends. Because I know once I start reading this book and open it up, the whole story is going to be about how these two little boys take turns on this swing. Okay, and when you find the main idea, you want to turn it into a sentence. So the main idea is taking turns, of course it is, but we're in first grade, so we need to elaborate, we need to stretch that out and put it into a sentence. How to take turns with your friends. I might say that's the main idea of that book. Another book, sometimes it's not as easy to look at the cover or the title of a book to figure out the main idea. Sometimes you have to read the first sentence or the first page to figure out the main idea or what this book is mostly about. So this is a really good book. We are going to read this year. This is a true story of Dr. Temple Grandin, and the story is called The Girl Who Thought in Pictures. So for somebody who might not know about this story or might not be that familiar with identifying main idea, they might say, oh, the main idea is the girl who thought in pictures. Yes, that's kind of true, but no, that's not really the main idea. In order to find the main idea of this book, you would actually have to read the first page where she tells you what you're going to read about. And she says, have you ever felt different? Have you ever felt like you don't belong? If you don't fit in, well, you should know this, get ready, get set. This is the cowgirl's true story of how she didn't fit in and how she still made a name for herself. So the main idea of this book is that even though you're different, you can still do amazing, wonderful things. Okay, I know this story because I read this story several times. So I can tell you this book is mostly about never giving up because you're different and still going after your dreams. Just because somebody tells you you can't do something because you might be different, don't let that stop you. So sometimes the main idea is a little bit harder to find, and sometimes it's much easier because it's the title. Before I let you guys go, we're going to take a look at some practice identifying main ideas. So I'm going to switch over here. And you guys are going to help me identify the main idea of a short paragraph they give me. Ooh, so I can see it's raining. That's the setting. It's outside, nighttime raining. It says, read the short story of the cloud and looking at the trees, identify the main idea. Ben Franklin attached a key to a kite string, and flew the kite during a storm. When lightning hit the kite, sparks flew from the sky. Benjamin Franklin proved that lightning was electricity. So this story is about a guy who put a key to the end of a kite and flew it during a storm and proved that lightning can cause electricity. So what do you think the main idea is? Ben Franklin discovered electricity. Ben Franklin really likes kites. Or Ben Franklin hates storms. What did we mostly read about? He discovered electricity? He hates kites? I'm sorry, he hates storms, or he really likes kites? If you said Ben Franklin discovered electricity, woo! You guys are right. Look at, we struck that tree. Okay, let's try one more. Some dogs help blind people get around. Other dogs are used to help police officers. In colder areas, some dogs even help pull sleds. So what do you think the main idea is about? Dogs are good friends? Was that whole thing about dogs being good friends? Where to find dogs? Did this passage tell me where I could find a dog? Or jobs for dogs? So did this tell me dogs are good friends, where I can find a dog, or dogs have jobs? If you said dogs have jobs, woo! I did the wrong one. We got it. Dogs have jobs. So I messed that one up. I don't want to end like that. Let's do one more. Okay, so listen to this one and think, what is this mostly about? That's finding the main idea. Cam plays on a basketball team. He loves to practice his dribbling and shooting. He gets so excited the night before a game that he can't even sleep. So what is this paragraph mostly about? Cam loves basketball. Cam has trouble sleeping, or Cam is good at shooting baskets? Was this mostly about how he loves basketball, he has a sleeping problem, or he likes shooting baskets? If you said Cam loves basketball, you got it. You guys are main idea wizards. All right, now take that knowledge of finding the main idea, what the text is mostly about, and put it into practice this week. Good job, you guys.